Hello everyone. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Reviving Destinies here. So we revive destinies. So most of the time, usually I used to talk about spiritual issues, which is the most important thing. Since we know that life begins in the spirit before it manifests in the physical world. So today I'm not going to touch the spiritual issue. I'm going to speak about the academic issue. So I'm going to speak to the first years. I'm going to talk to first years, first people who are coming to the university. So that's those who I'm going to talk to. Even those who are at matric, those who are interested, can they listen? Even those who are not even at matric, who are still at high school, even at primary, if you know that and you are sure that you are going to make it to university, please, this is for you. So that's what I'm going to talk to you right now. So I'm going to touch very important points for the first years, which will help the first years who are the first time coming to the university, so that they can cope with the lifestyle, the realities, everything which happens at the university. Because to be honestly speaking, things are drastically different from moving from high school to university. The type of lifestyle, the academics itself, they are drastically different. So that's what I'm going to talk to you, because things become more advanced as you go to university, and they change more drastically, unlike when you move from grade 10 to 11 or 11 to 12. No, it's not like that change. Even the type of lifestyle, you are no longer living with people whom you used to live, and you no longer have to live in a certain way. There are certain things which you have to change about yourself so that you can cope at the university. So the first thing, if you want to cope at the university, first of all, you have to have a time management and a discipline. So that's what I want to analyze now. So in time management, you have to make sure that you are well time managed and disciplined. When we say time management, we are referring to when you arrange your stuff. For example, you have to make sure that you arrange your study times. You have to make sure that you are studying meetings. When you study in groups, you have to make sure that whatever you do, you arrange yourself. So make sure that you are arranged and you are well disciplined. So that's how it is. So time management and discipline will save you when you arrive to the university. You have to make sure that you set a time. If you are a student who used to go to clubs, you have time to go to clubs. If you are a student who used to go to church, you have time to go to church. If you are a student who used to do certain things, who used to go to parties, is Reviving Destinies and accommodate everyone. You have time for parties, and also you have time for study. Make sure that you prioritize the time for study, because you will be here at the university for study. You will be here for academic reasons. So you have to make sure that all those things does not overtake the academics. You have to prioritize academics and be a disciplined student. Don't be someone who you can mix parties and study time. For example, you can set a time that at the 6 to 9 I'm going to study, then all of a sudden you go to club at that time. So that's what we call a non-disciplined student. You are undisciplined and you are not a time managed student, and that will negatively affect you academically. So make sure that you are a student who is time managed and disciplined. So that's the first thing. So the second thing is what you have to understand is universities. For example, those top universities in our country, South Africa. For example, UCT, Wits, Stellenbosch. So UCT and Wits, I can give example of. So those universities, they compete with other universities worldwide. So as they compete with other universities worldwide, Them, they try to use the pace and the syllabus to match the standard, the standard. Unlike while you from your high school past mark, you got examination from the South African syllabus. So your South African syllabus is a bit lower than the world standard, because remember that we have countries which they have a high, very, very advanced paces and syllabus. So the pace at the university is way quicker, and also the syllabus is very, very advanced. The teaching strategies and everything, the examinations, they are too advanced. So they examine your brain. They don't just repeat the strategy of setting. We know that at high school they are just setting in the same format all the time, setting question papers in the same way. Sometimes they even repeat and change numbers. So, but when you go to university, things become too advanced so that they can match with the world standard. I'm speaking to universities which they are trying to compete with the world standard. So we know that countries like Finland, UK, Germany, they have, and many more, they have a very good education system. So those good universities, they try to make sure that they can compete with those universities from those countries. So that's what I want to analyze. So the workload is very, very heavy. They do many things at a short period of time, and the pace is way quicker than the high school pace. So for you to cope, you have to understand that you are not going to move at the same pace as the high school pace, or move at the same strategy of learning as the high school pace. You have to be more advanced in order to adopt and to adapt to the situation at the universities, because things change way drastically. Please get this clear. Things will change drastically. We know that the change from grade 11 to grade 12 or 10 to 11, it changes slightly. But when you go to university, from grade 12 to university, things change way drastically. So that's why many people ended up not even getting degrees. Things become too rough. So you have to understand this. So another thing which I'm going to analyze, is the third thing, is you don't have the inspector, you don't have someone who's going to monitor you. If you are coming from a household which they used to enforce education, or which they used to motivate education, your parents used to wake you up, force you to study, make sure that you are well studied, make sure that you are at the school, at high school. Things at the university, they are not going to be the same. So you have to tell yourself that I'm a student, I'm here to study. And no one is going to force you. When you attend the class, when you did not attend the class, lecturers, they won't even know you, because they will lecture more than many students. So they will just come to the class and lecture. Lecturers, they don't know anyone. They just they will know you, but they don't get used to students like teachers. They don't get close to teachers. They don't get close to the students. So they will come and leave you. When you didn't come to the university, when you didn't come to the class, no one can knock you or call you to tell you that you did not attend the class, you did not do this, or your marks, they are dropping. You used to perform well. No one will be there to ask you such questions. If you used to perform very well, all of a sudden you fall, no one will even come to you to tell you those things. People will be busy minding their own business. So you have to be the inspector. You have to monitor yourself. You have to make self-introspection. You have to grow up and realize that you are becoming an adult. You are no longer a child anymore. So that's what I'm going to say. The last thing, as I conclude, is you have to act like a learner, not somebody who knows better. So most of the students, when they come to university, some they come with 100%, some they come with very high marks, which is a very nice thing, which I very, very promote and I appreciate. But when you come to the university, don't come with that mentality of you know better. I got 100%. I got this and this. And some of those students, they don't even listen. They think that people, when they are telling them such information, they are jealous in them. Then you find out that when they reach to university, in classes, they act as if they know. Sometimes they disturb lecturers. They want to prove the point. They want to, they always talk. They always want to, even if they don't know something, they can learn. They always want to know better. So they don't know that they are attracting their attention. They are attracting eyes to gaze at them. Their fellow students to look at them and think they understand well. Then when they fail, that's what usually happens. They even feel ashamed to look at other students because they used to act as if they are better. Trust me, everyone whom you see sitting in your class, for example, it's an economics class or it's a biology class, those people, they met the requirements to be there. It's not like you're the only one who met the requirements to be there, or everyone met the requirements to be there. It's just that they choose to chill. So to chill is the best thing you can do. Chill in your class, study very hard, calm down and become humble. You will achieve very, very things. Because if you can do this, your life will be miserable. If you start to act like you are not a student, you are a lecturer while you are still a first year, things will be very, very drastic, and you will even feel ashamed to look at other people. So that's an honest truth. It happens most of the time. Thank you very much. If you have listened to my video, please don't forget to subscribe and share with all the first years, even those who are coming from the high school, who are willing to go to university. I hope it will help a lot. Thank you very much. Shalom.